All right, what's up, you guys? Brian here with a real quick SmackDown recap for tonight's episode of SmackDown. I actually sat through an entire episode of SmackDown. Right now, I am currently watching the Jersey J Cup with GCW and JCW live on Triller TV. Um, let me just run through what happened on SmackDown. Opening up SmackDown, we saw Cody Rhodes attack Drew McIntyre, the WWE Champion. There was backstage interviews on the Tonight Show. One was with Kiana James and Women's United States Champion Julia, talking about their tag team title match against the champions Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Rhea and Io would defeat Kiana James and Julia in a very competitive matchup, that had a really great performance by Julia and Kiana James. There was a backstage segment involving The Miz, Ilya Dragunov, and Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes would defeat The Miz in a matchup. There was a backstage segment with Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green. Tiffany Stratton would qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber match as she would defeat Chelsea Green and Lash Legend in a triple threat match. Another backstage segment, this time involving Randy Orton and Aleister Black. Oba Femi would defeat Kit Wilson. Drew McIntyre would come out to the ring again, and he would get attacked by Jacob Fatu. Tama Tonga defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. Rhea and Io were being interviewed backstage. They would be interrupted by Nia Jax and Lash Legend. This would lead to it being announced for next week's show. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will defend their women's tag team titles against Nia Jax and Lash Legend. There was a backstage segment involving Kit Wilson, Matt Cardona, and Apollo Crews. Jordan Grace and WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill, they would defeat Liv Morgan, who on Saturday at the Royal Rumble won the Women's Royal Rumble match, and she teamed up with Raquel Rodriguez in a losing effort to Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill, as I mentioned. There was another backstage segment with this time with Sami Zayn, Rey Fenix, and Trick Williams. There was a backstage segment with Jade Cargill and Jordan Grace that would lead to Nick Aldis announcing that next week Jade is going to defend the Women's Championship against Jordan Grace. Drew McIntyre would finally come out and cut a promo talking about Roman Reigns and CM Punk and their thing back and forth on that happened on Monday Night Raw this past Monday. So that was it for that. And then in the main event, it was Randy Orton defeating Aleister Black and Solo Sikoa to qualify for the men's Elimination Chamber match. So that was pretty much it for SmackDown. Pretty okay show. I mean, it is what it is. The main event of the show with Orton, Aleister Black, and Solo, I thought was good. I was really impressed with the performance of Kiana James and Julia in their women's tag title match against Rhea and Io. And that was pretty much it. That's pretty much my thoughts on SmackDown. Was okay. Was not all that great. Yeah, pretty much they announced for next week's show 2 more qualifying matches, one for the women and one for the men. The one for the women is going to be Julia, Alexa Bliss, and Zelina Vega in a triple threat match. And for the men's, it's going to be Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, and Sami Zayn going against each other. And those 2 matches will be qualifying matches for the Elimination Chamber. And as I also mentioned, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defend their women's tag team titles against Nia Jax and Lash Legend. And Jade Cargill will defend her WWE Women's title against Jordynne Grace. That all happens next week on SmackDown. They also announced that for the next 2 weeks, next week, February 13th, and the following week, February 20th, SmackDown will be airing on Sci-Fi because of the Olympics and coverage of the Olympics. SmackDown will be airing on Sci-Fi starting next week and the following week, just for 2 weeks. So that was pretty much it for that. So that pretty much wraps up this video. This has been my SmackDown recap. As always, I am Brian, and I will see you next time. See ya.